Hey, how's it going, everybody? It is Jazzy View Store Sasquatch here, and we are doing another Throwback Thursday. I didn't go to a movie this weekend. Too many sporting events. Late at night, the Iowa game was a primetime game, and then on top of that, the boxing match afterwards, which didn't even start till like 11:45. I really could have went to a movie in between that time period, to be honest. I didn't realize it was gonna be that late, and then Sunday night football, and then like really there was no late showings for any of the movies. I don't think they had a lot of new showings for the new movies. And I wouldn't have went and saw that one anime movie anyways. I was thinking about going to see this Spinal Tap 2, but I don't know. I just decided to skip it. We got this week going on. I don't remember. I didn't look what it was, but we will be going to a movie this weekend. We'll try and stop jumping as much as we do on the new movies. There's not a lot of just good new movies worth like the time and effort to try it sometimes. Anyways, we I was thinking about like everything and like with like the end of the summer and stuff like this, like sometimes you just kind of getting down or whatever. And some like the feel good movies or comfort movies that I was watching over the years, and one of my real big go tos for like star and funny wise is Ice Cube. So I did like three different Ice Cube movies throughout the time, and not really necessarily these are my three top Ice Cube comfort movies, but that one is for sure one of them. That's the Barbershop, directed by Tim Story, starring Ice Cube, Cedric the Entertainer, Eve, Anthony Anderson, A Day in the Life of a South Side Chicago Barbershop. Came out September 13, 2002, had a budget of 12 million, an opening of 20.6 million, and a worldwide gross of 77.5 or 77 million. Not 77.5, but 77 million. That's a hell of a take right there. Um, and really, like, you gotta think that's his 2002. This is probably like 10 years already into his acting career, let alone his rapping career. So he's just been around forever, and he just came out another movie. It's kind of a testament to like the quality of stuff that he's at least been involved with. And this is one of the higher quality ones. This is one of the funniest ones. Sean Patrick Thomas is in this. Tom Garrity plays the White Barber. Michael Ealy is the player. Keith David, and then Jasmine Lewis is Ice Cube's wife in this movie. Very good movie, very funny. We kind of start with the two bank robbers, Anthony Anderson, and I forget the other guy, but he's from Don't Be a Menace. And they rob an ATM with their buddy's truck, who ends up being Michael Ealy, but we don't find that out till later. And um, so that's like kind of the crime going on in the background, the kind of the B story, and then the main story is how there's a new developer kind of buying the whole strip of all the old malls, and whether or not, and that is Keith David, and whether or not Ice Cube is going to sell it to him or not, and then that kind of goes into like just a whole day and a crazy day in the barber shop with just wild stuff happening to kind of like show you what it's like. I really like this movie. Like I said, this is one of the ones that I've always gone back to watch. Just kind of cheer you up, just kind of just watch in the background, do whatever you're gonna do. You can just watch it over and over again. Very funny. Cedric the Entertainer, and this is like top notch. Cedric the Entertainer as the old man. The Ice Cube is great, funny in this. There's one of my favorite movies, to be honest, and that is the Barbershop, directed by Tim Story. The second one here, I realize that he's like barely in it, but the parts that are in it, he just kind of kills, and it is like off the top hilarious, especially in the backdrops, everything. And that is 21 Jump Street, directed by Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, starring Jonah Hill, Channing Tatum, Ice Cube, and Brie Larson. A pair of underachieving cops are sent back to a local high school to blend in and bring down a synthetic drug ring. This came out March 16th, 2012. Had a budget of 42 million, had an opening of 36 million. Total gross of 201 million. So you knew they were going to do a sequel just by those numbers there. Um, it really is off the wall fun. There's just so many funny people in it besides Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum. David Franco's in this. He's hilarious. Rob Riggle's hilarious. Jake Johnson from The New Girl is in this. Hilarious. Nick Offerman, Johnny Depp's in this. There's just so many. And then the minor characters you're just thinking of in it are hilarious too. Just in the biker gang and other places you spot it around. They constantly are making like meta joke humor, which is kind of funny. It was just funny, especially considering like the time period is coming out where there was a lot of kind of reboots just kind of happening, and this happened to be one. It had a tie-in with Johnny Depp, which is perfect. And the other guy, just I didn't write down his name. I'm terrible with names. But they brought out the fact that they were in 21 Jump Street. And just Ice Cube's attitude in it, and like just the way he even introduces his character in this movie is so funny. Like you just know you're in for like one of the funnier roles for Ice Cube. And honestly, this one's very funny, but I think that the second one is just as funny. But we start with them in high school. We kind of see the Jonah Hill's a nerd, Channing Tatum's cool kid, and then we kind of see him go through the police academy, and then they become friends in that way. Um, they get their first arrest, which is hilarious, which kind of causes them to go to 21 Jump Street. And then from there, we meet Ice Cube, and then when that happens, it's just hilarious. Just the way he introduces himself, just his whole like energy and everything throughout the whole movie, just is constant with his introduction. Um, and then they get their assignment going to school, where they meet Dave Franco and Brie Larson, and kind of like start to figure out the little tools they use. The kid from the Superstore, man, see, I'm just so bad at names. I need to remember all your names. The kid from the Superstore and his like nerdy buddies to help them with like the technical aspects and like cloning phones and stuff like this for them. I mean, it just the and then just the comedy through the action and other stuff like this is off the wall. And like one of the funniest, like grossest things I've ever seen is in this movie, and you'll know what part it is when it's ready. And there's some off the wall lines in this movie too that are just hilarious that you never think you'd like even hear or even see. It just yeah, this is one of the better ones, especially reboots that came out in a long time. Too bad we never got a third one. Maybe they're just kind of waiting for them to be like a 10-year reunion or some shit like that. That'd be awesome. But that is 21 Jump Street, directed by Phil Lord and Christopher Miller. And the last one here is kind of a newer one, kind of not newest, but Fist Fight, directed by Richard Keene, starring Ice Cube, Charlie Day, Tracy Morgan, and Christina Hendrick. One school teacher unwittingly causes another teacher's dismissal. He is challenged to an after-school fight. I think we've all seen the viral clip of the kid and Charlie Day at the end of the um, movie where he helps his daughter in the song, and it's like one of the most hilarious parts of the movie too. This came out on February 17th, 2017, had a budget of 22 million, an opening of 12.2, and a gross of 41.1. So it actually didn't do that bad. Julian Bell is pretty funny in this. Dean Norris shows up. Camille Nangia, he's in this. He's one of the funnier guys. If you don't know who he is, oh man, what's he from? He's from so much stuff. It's like hard to pin. But Stuber, I think, is one of them. Yeah, you know him when you see him. He's hilarious. Julian Bell is hilarious, and this is a teacher. Definitely should not be allowed around high school students. Charlie Day and Ice Cube's like chemistry and like the fear that Charlie Day probably genuinely felt around Ice Cube at times. The way Ice Cube would look at him, just kind of make everything in this kind of movie work and worth it, because Charlie Day is probably definitely like scared for his life half the time when he's doing the scenes of this guy. I think that these two together are great. I think that when we're talking about comedy and like feeling good and like comfort here, that like these two are like perfect examples of that. I mean, Ice Cube's been doing it for us for so long. He's had his dramatic roles, but he's had his very hilarious roles with the Friday movies, All About the Benjamins. I mean, you can just list a bunch of movies that Ice Cube's done. I'm not gonna sit here and make this all about Ice Cube movies, but and then you got Charlie Day with Horrible Bosses. It's always funny in Philly, other stuff like that. I mean, he is one of the funnier dudes around today doing stuff. So them two together was awesome. And then, like I said, we all know the ending scene from the viral clips with the daughter and him pretty much telling the girl that they don't give a fuck about them, which is hilarious. Maybe this one like just up there with like Barbershop. Like I might start watching this like a couple more times I just want to laugh because just thinking about some of the funny ass stuff that happens in this movie is awesome, especially with the Jillian Bell character and talking about doing drugs. And this is the wild, obscene shit she said was hilarious. Definitely makes this movie worth it. That is Fist Fight, directed by Richard Keene. Let me know like what your favorite Ice Cube movie is, since we just started kind of talking about Ice Cube movies in the middle of everything. Put that in the comments below, and then we're gonna have our box office update here, September 12th to 14th. Demon Slayer: Infinity Castle, the anime movie, had $70.6 million. That's an awesome opening. I didn't realize the anime would do something like that. Good job, crazy. I have no idea what it is. Not gonna comment on it, but 70.6 million is amazing for an anime. I feel like The Conjuring: Last Rites 25.6. This is what 3 weeks in now. No, 2 weeks in. Kind of makes sense. We get the dip. How is it? That's a big dip though. That's 60 million almost on one weekend. I don't know. That's crazy. Not. I'm. It just what it is. I guess going into these movies nowadays. I don't think word of mouth helped that movie. Downtown Abbey, the Grand, opened up 18.1 million. I believe this is the finale or whatever. Never seen that show. Don't know what it's about, but that's a hell of a number there. And then The Long Walk, Stephen King's movie, $11.7 million bomb. That is our Throwback Thursday for the day. Thank you guys very much for watching, and please have a good rest of your day or night. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Comment your top movie picks for Throwback Thursday in the comments section. And see you next time in the cave.